Chanel, I'll be back. I'm off to the boat.
I've got to stretch my back out. Stop. Oh, it says feet stop.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Hello and welcome to the Senol NPLW for this round 22 clash here at the Venador Club between Boroondara and Spring Hills. Both teams, well, Boroondara had a great game last week defeating Melbourne Victory 4-2 and we're looking to carry that momentum. Whilst for Spring Hills, they had a competitive game against Box Hill going down 1-0, but expect this clash to be a tight game this afternoon in a twilight clash. It's 6 v 9th, and it's Alec Ellis here joining on the call this afternoon, along with Will. Welcome on board.
Cheers, Ellie. And yeah, as you say, both sides, they've been playing some really good football of recent, not always having the results they want, not always having the results they need. But overall, this is going to be one of those clashes where it might not mean too much in the grand scheme of things for Spring Hills, given there's very little left to play for for their season. But for Boroondara, there's finals contention still there for them. There's 6 places and 7 teams all fighting for them. 3 points is an absolute must for them tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Well, the loss last night to Alamein, going down 2-0, it basically opens up, if they can get the job done, Boroondara, gives them a bit more breathing room in that 6th spot. So I think for Boroondara, they'll be certainly looking to, continue that momentum, as I said, getting that win. But we know how well Spring Hills have played as well.
Yeah, when you've got players like Aubrey Labno, Alexander Sinclair, Iana Iogi coming in mid-season transfer, these are some fantastic footballers, and they have a tremendous impact both as individuals and collectively. There's reasons why Spring Hills have really come into their own in the last few weeks, because they've got that cohesion, they know how to play good team football. And yes, they might not always get the results they want, might not always get the results they need, but they play well, and when they're all fighting together, always a competitive side that you just can't discount.
I think the one thing that, even last week, watching their game against Box Hill, was just their competitiveness. We know how good they can be with those top sides, but it's also about putting it together for 90 minutes. So I don't know about you, but I'm excited for this game.
Oh, yeah. It's hard not to be. I'm just saying, the performance against Box Hill, it was a very narrow margin for Box Hill. And when you're a side like the Pythagoras, who have been getting a few narrow results recently against top sides, the fact that they're having to scrape through, so to speak, against a mid-table side with not much to play for, and just trying to get the most out of the rest of their season, it says a lot about the integrity and desire that Spring Hills have. But you look towards Boroondara, again, similar in all ways, a few scraping by results, nothing major in terms of score differences.
Well, yeah, we'll quickly go through their lineup. We'll go through the lineups. We'll start with Boroondara, the home side. So, number 1, the captain, Mia Mossman. Number 3, Sarah Bruno, who's been in absolutely terrific form as of late. Number 3, Kanako Higuchi. Number 5, Brody Cooling. Number 6, Madeline Reese. Number 7, Emma Vane. Number 8, Genevieve Fontes. Number 10, Coco Parker. Number 11, Pro Severian. Number 13, Shantea Herford. And number 25, Alesia Crisfield, who's also been in phenomenal form. Do you want to go through Spring Hills starting 11?
By all means. And so for Tom Markowski's Spring Hills this afternoon, we've got number 3, Rachel Gillies. Number 6, Rochelle Murphy. Number 11, Olivia Anderson. Number 12, Natasha Dakic. Number 17, Bianca Liberto. Their captain, the great number 18, Alexandra Sinclair. Number 22, Margot Clark. Number 23, Aubrey Labno. Number 25, Mia Deskolovska. In goal, number 31, Iana Iogi. And number 36, Chelsea De Silva to round off that starting 11.
So some pretty handy players in those two teams there, as we've got kick-off here at the Venador Club. And for this Saturday afternoon Twilight Clash, so hopefully wherever you're watching, here in person or on the live stream, hopefully you enjoyed this afternoon's clash. So Spring Hills, they look to get it through the middle third here, with Gillies trying to find an option there. That was Clark trying to spin around, assess those options. There's Libero. And great work there by the Boroondara defence. And one thing I was impressed with last week was how Boroondara applied that pressure and made it really hard for victory. So as we do have the tunes pumping here behind us, so we'll do our best. But we'll
the joys of the 21st. Those days, very much behind myself. Very much, unfortunately, close to the other side of that, but that's neither here nor there for now.
So apologies in advance if you are tuning in and trying to figure out what's going on. So,
on the reverse side, if you are enjoying all the backgrounds, well, you're welcome.
Yeah, we definitely got up and about. That's our pre-game music, I'd say there.
It's a good way to stretch into a game, we'll put it that way.
So Spring Hills Great defence here by Boroondara as...
Savary Ryan certainly looking strong there. One of those players, when she came into the Boroondara side a couple of seasons ago from Melbourne University, she just shone from the start. Fantastic winner, fantastic ball carrier, and she's such a key player for a good reason here for Boroondara.
Yeah, she's been a handy addition the last few years.
She can score, she can set you up. And as we saw just there, Aragi just having to spring into action a bit and just like, okay, let's just calm us down a bit, get some control going again.
Another player I want to mention is Shantea Herford, who actually had a bit of a run this week at the Young Matildas. She got invited this week, so I was speaking to her earlier this week, so huge congratulations to her. She actually got, just someone to keep an eye on.
Yeah, fantastic footballer. Certainly shows a lot of promise. And one of those players around these clubs where, yes, they're not playing in, say, your victories, your city setups, where you're not playing in an academy program designed purely for development, but the fact that they are shining at senior level on their own accord just shows that they are worth their salt.
100%, and even last week getting onto the score sheet. So I think one of my key players to keep an eye on this afternoon. So Spring Hills just working it through here with a goal kick. Aragi just getting it out. Vane inside the box here. Here comes an opportunity here for Boroondara and just goes across to the left side there. But I'm loving the energy from both teams early. You can see, as we said at the top, Boroondara, they're finding it out for that finals, continuing to build that finals gap. And I think for Spring Hills, they've had a lot of injuries as of late as well.
They have. It's one of those things, every team, every season is affected by injuries. This season certainly felt like it's been worse than usual. It's not even so much the additional games going from a 12 to a 14-team division, but the fact is like, well, we're only a few games in already. Injuries are starting to pile up, and yes, now getting towards the pointy end. But it's great seeing players come back. It's not the big permanent ones like your ACLs, your MCLs. It's just a few weeks off, a few weeks on.
Well, here comes a great shot there for Boroondara and just goes over the crossbar there.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
It comes down to as well, when you sense opportunities, you've got to take them, especially early on. Even if you're not exactly shooting for goal, which might sound like a bit of an oxymoron to those you think, it's like, well, you shoot the score.
Well, it's all about the early momentum in the first, I'm going to say 10, 15 minutes, as great work there by Herford to get that ball there. Vane tries to thread the needle there. And be a Spring Hills throwing. Great run there by Murphy there. So Spring Hills will look to go quick here. Herford with the header there. It was a great ball there inside, and Aragi comes out, two hands, and saves that one there.
Yeah, that was a fantastic little bit of a play between the two Americans there, Emma Vane, Sarah Brunner. Them coming in this season, one of a number of fantastic imports from the United States, and they're showing what this Boroondara side do. They might not be the best, they might not be the richest, but they're a team, and they're a very cohesive team at that.
100%. I think they've certainly been challenged, even the middle patches of the season. And, I was even not questioning, but I was like, how can they find their spark again? We know they've got, amazing scorers. It's all about just putting it all together. I'll
certainly say a lot of that comes down to the brilliant coaching staff they've got at Boroondara. I was saying what Lukavara football looks like for a number of seasons with Boroondara. It's an advancing, it's an exciting team game, and there's always that little extra something.
So, Spring Hills just working it through here in their front third here. Just weaving through the defenders there, inside the box now. There'll be a referee interference there, and we'll get a Boroondara kick here.
Gucci will have the drop ball. It's unfortunately a little early collision. These little things happen.
Yeah.
Especially when you're on a pitch like here at the Ven, where it's a small playing area and you're at Astro as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think both teams won't be too phased about it, as Spring Hill's now working it through here. Anderson, beautiful thread ball, just goes across there. And that shot looked on target there. Just unfortunate not to go through the net there. But that was one thing I loved watching about Spring Hills early on last week, was the way they keep going.
Oh, yeah, you have to. And that ball from Clark, initially perhaps it's a bit deceptive, but it does show what surfaces like here at the Ven do. It's a very short Astro pitch. You get the speed, but not necessarily, you always get a little bit of curvature as well with the natural bumps and creases you find across the ground. Yes, on camera, it looks exceptionally pristine. But if you walk the pitch a bit, there's always those little, I don't want to say deformations, because it's not necessarily the right word, but just as the surface ages a bit, it becomes its own spirit, as it will.
Overused? I don't know if that...
Not even overused, just things age, things change slightly, especially with climate around here. When in Melbourne, you got frigid winters, as we've got at the moment, or they're starting to escape us anyway as we head towards spring, but also the summers. When you've got a plastic pitch where effectively that's either going to freeze, so to speak, not freeze, but freeze in the sense that we all freeze, and then just warp a bit in the summer's sun, where we are getting days where it is high 40s.
Well,
it's a huge difference to deal with.
Yeah, 100% is. I thought that shot was great passage play by Spring Hills. Boroondara doing a great job to clear that, and they'll get it through the middle. Here comes, ball goes, onto the roof, and we'll need a new ball here, so we will do exactly that. So Hereford to throw this ball here. Great ball though by Coco Parker. Finds Severian just outside the box here, and there might be another opportunity. Spring Hills clear this one here. In the middle. And I'm loving the patient ball here. And great work there by Boroondara to win it in the middle. Cries for a foul, which it will be there. So it was a great contest there, just letting it play out a bit before the referee came in and said it'll be a Boroondara ball here.
Yeah. I wouldn't have said it was overly malicious. Maybe just a little bit on the late side, and just it sounded worse than it was.
Yeah.
As far as I can see from the angle, it looks legal enough from here. Of course, that can always change when you flip back on the replays. Oh no, maybe it was a bit worse than what it seemed at first, but it's one of those things, and you'll get it at every game, every player, every bench. Like, they'll try and claim for everyone that they have, and a lot of that comes down to when you got 3 people, and usually it's 3 people anyway, trying to control a game. You've only got so many pairs of eyes. It's just got one set as well.
It's all about the communication there too.
You just got to claim anything you can get. And it's not even so much just, in terms of just trying your luck. It's just comes down to refs can only say so much. They do a fantastic job. Don't get me wrong.
They do.
Fantastic job. It's something that myself never be able to do what they do.
I mean, without a game, without any referees, we won't have a game. So
100%, Ellie. 100%.
And we may disagree, but you got to play on. It's all about players adjusting too. As Boroondara, I'm loving the press there by Spring Hills, but Hereford looks to go forward, and it'll be a Spring Hills throw in here. Great work there by Spring Hills, applying that pressure here as Murphy throws that ball in. Great header there, but I believe that was Clark, and just goes across there to the right. Vane will clear this one here, and she'll go on the run here. Through the middle here. Crisfield goes across there to Severian, who's been in terrific form. I love the way how Pryor's been playing.
Yeah, Priya Ryan, without a doubt in my mind, she's one of the best wingers in the division. She's absolutely shone the VPL. The fact that she perhaps took as long as she did to come up to the NPL. Well, certainly only players can say why they moved here and there. But since they came up, it's a very, very rare occasion do you ever see Savvy Ryan put a boot wrong.
I just love her
Fantastic
work
player.
ethic. I love her work ethic. Might do a bit of research on where she played, but 22 years of age as well. She's just certainly got a huge future ahead of her. As Vane just works it through, gets past one defender, now goes across to the left, just outside the box here for Boroondara. Can they come up with an opportunity? And it'll be a goal kick here to Aragi here. Great defensive pressure there by Spring Hills.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a really solid back line. As once again, we've been battling with the DJ. And if they carry on, or maybe there might be a bit of murder on the dance floor. But that's not get to there.
Let's not, because we got
Cool,
this
cracking
game.
song that.
Mind you, there's been some great classics we've had already as Spring Hills 2-on-1 here. Great little contest there, and we'll get a Spring Hills throw in here. And that will be Murphy to throw this ball here. So quick throw in here. Clark just assessing her options, gets past the first time there. Oh, that was Reese there. Might be another opportunity. Can Boroondara clear this one out? They do. Great little ball here. Great work there by Parker. Vane now.
Quite a fortunate situation there for Boroondara. They really got away with that one. Thankfully for themselves, they've got the likes of young Alessia Crisfield, who got that youthful energy, just knew where to be, right place, right time, and dealt with things. Really saved their back line. Gucci, perhaps a bit unfortunate, just was a smidge high. I thought she would have liked to be able to control it properly. But
Can I
also
say,
it as well.
that was a beautiful ball. Here comes an opportunity. Beautiful save there by Aragi, and we'll get our first corner kick for Boroondara. Can I say that shot looked on target there for Boroondara?
Very, very firmly on target. Made Ayana Aogi work for that one. It's the first time she's really been tested.
Yes, definitely.
And especially early on, that's what you got to do. In a sense, you've got to sort of tease the goal out a bit, test the keeper, find their strengths, find their weaknesses, and then do with that what you can. But going back to the ball, Coco Parker.
She's been on fire.
Fantastic player. The fact she spent so long at Bayside before I was coming to Bentley, and she didn't seem to get the recognition she deserves. Or she's been getting it at Boroondara. She's a fantastic footballer.
I just love how Coco, again, I love the way that she takes on her player as well. She's not afraid.
A very capable ball player, a very confident ball player. And that's something which gives this Boroondara side just that little bit of flair.
Yes, definitely.
Well, yeah, team game, you've got to be able to play collectively, as they do, absolutely down to a T, Boroondara.
Yeah,
But
Coach.
the fact you still got that individual flair. It's that little bit of extra excitement. It's like,
And that's what Coach Luca Var loves as well from his side. As we'll get a Spring Hills throw in here. I look to go quick along the wing here. But Vane doing a great job retrieving that ball there.
now, calling for obstruction against Fonte. Now, initial appearances might have been a little bit something there to it. In the day as well, you got the throw, you're going to take it anyway. Again, it's those mind games. You try and claim what you can get, because if you can get inside the referee's head, so to speak, there is a little bit of psychological advantage. And like there's been says into it as well, as always the home crowd advantage. Things statistically do go slightly. It's always marginal, especially at the top levels. It's always marginal. but still measurable. And we'll get that free kick after all.
Yeah,
This
we'll
was-
be inside the box here. There's 3 players in that box there for Spring Hills, but Boroondara will... Well, they're being challenged here. Great defence there. Hereford looks to go quick. We'll get another opportunity here for Boroondara to throw this ball in here.
Prime
I'm loving... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, prime shooting, and just look at the error. You got Hereford. Is it playing Schultz? Looks to be Parker. Yes, it is Parker. That's okay. Skulking in, but yeah, you had likes of Parker, Savvy Ryan. Even could have call in to advance a bit. He's certainly capable of, not just a centre half. Very much a player who can progress the play as well. Bit surprised Chrisfield ended up going through the midfield, but clearly there's a strong plan there. And just get those options where, all right, we know what we're doing here. Have our short options, but players can come in if they need to. It's concerning early on for Spring Hills. Yes, nothing's really gone too badly so far, but it's those early warning signs.
Yeah, I feel like as it goes all the way back to the captain and Mia Mossman who will set it up here, it's also the matter of do you go short ball, do you go long ball, and it's all about like when do I take it as Boroondara. Well, they're gonna just working it through the middle here. Hereford will get a Spring Hills free kick here. That was great work there by Murphy.
It's nice to see there as well. Like, no harm, no foul. It's good collective team spirit.
Players playing as well. They're just going for it.
It's fantastic sportsmanship.
Yeah, 100%. And, this is the thing. You want the players to let them play. Let them contest for it. And if, you need to call it, then definitely call it. As Labno took that kick, as Mosman with the beautiful 2 hands there.
Yeah, Aubrey Labno really showing so far early on why she's consistently making those teams of the weeks, even when her side might not be getting the results. She's shown tremendously brightly, and it's just been fantastic to watch this season.
100%.
And again, Labno.
Yeah, Labno. Well, this is great defence there by Boroondara. And that was great defence there by Sarah Brunner, which we know how good Sarah can be as well. Who's been in the number of 5 team of the weeks as well. So she's been exceptional. There's that quick ball here as the tunes have finally stopped here at the Venator Club here. Parker, great thread of the ball there. Vane through the middle here. And Aragi comes out. Long ball down the line here in the middle here. Little bit of a 2-on-1 there as Vane and Gill is...
Chrisfield.
Chrisfield challenged that ball there. Vane. Where does she go? She's going to go all the way across there to Hereford. Play continues. And that was great work there by
Daskalovska.
Daskalovska there.
There's certainly plenty of talent in the Daskalovska family. There's a number of them about the leagues. And it's great to see Mia being getting the game time she's been getting this season and just showing certainly a number of faces in that family who are looking very promising over the next few seasons.
Well, Mia played for Quarter United and she was in that under-20s program as making an opportunity here for Spring Hills as they work it through the box here. Boroondara clear that one out there, but Spring Hills will retrieve this ball in their front third here. Murphy uses her speed, uses that acceleration well, just keeps that ball in.
Was impressive to get the first touch. It's one of those where it was going to be tough to get control there. It was just too much pace. And
too much ball on that one.
And again, the Astro surface, it's built for speed as well. Price of game, we had a little bit of rain, nothing too heavy, just a light glazing, if you will.
Yeah, we've had, the rain was pretty heavy this morning, but at least it's cleared up. Great work there by Savrian. Parker now. She's going to use her speed here. Who's got Savrian? Great pressure there by Clark as the tunes are back here.
Hopefully
everyone's enjoying the coverage regardless.
I mean, the NPL is the centre of the universe.
Yeah.
But apparently not for
Boroondara
some.
going through. Shot on target.
Not a bad ball, just slightly wide, and again, you've got to test your keeper.
You do.
And that's what Boroondara are doing perfectly.
Well, we know how Aragi. Well, big shout out to her actually making her debut last week on the commentary. So we'll give a bit of a shout out there to her. Did a fantastic job last week between Boroondara and Melbourne Victory. So as well as Bubs last week.
Ayana, I mean, for those who know her and have the privilege of getting to know her, truly does everything, and even just in the footballing sense.
Yeah.
Elite keeper, fantastic photographer. Pushing out further with media now and commentary. And just what she does with her work and just what she does for the community.
Well, what can't she
human
do?
Being.
Yeah, she is. And also part of the Melbourne City, this past season, and part of the Melbourne City Premiership team as well. So, huge future for Anya, for sure. Back to live action here. So, Aragi comes out to support here. Spring Hills just working it through the middle here. I'd love to see a few more numbers. Oh, bit of a interference there, but play continues there. I'll get back to my point in a moment because right now, Spring Hills, it looks clustered at the moment, but they're working it through. Clark now to Develoska there. Gets past Vane. She has to go all the way back here. Spring Hills just working it through the middle, having all the way to go back. Dakic to Aragi. And now Spring Hills look to go forward here. Along the wing here. Now they drive it through their front third. And just couldn't find that final pass or final product there. But as Mia Mosman, the captain, finds Vane. Finds Higuchi here. Now Boroondara will just work it through. They're being patient here. Loving the patience here by Boroondara. Great ball. Savrian uses his speed well. Goes herself here, but Aragi comes out and saves that ball then. Right idea. I would have loved to see an extra number or extra support there for Boroondara, but both teams are looking. I love the way that they're taking the game on.
Yeah, I mean, Fonte was a bit late there, and perhaps a bit lucky that was just carry on, no harm, no foul.
As Herford doing a great. Sorry to cut you off there.
But as I've seen it in a few games, she's not afraid to get physical, and that's so far she's been able to get away with a lot of things.
Yeah,
but
you're definitely right.
If you get the wrong referee, so to speak, where they say something like, you know what, got to do something. And that could be one of the situations where it's like, you know what, I'm going to say, just don't do it again, because that is dangerous. And of course, keepers, they have those extra legal protections for good reason. You've got to protect your keeper. And that was a bit of a close call.
Yeah, it sure was. And I think Spring Hills, on the other hand, they're lucky that they didn't concede that time. As a bit of a duel for the ball here's Crisfield. Now Brady Cooling looking for that support, but great defence there by Clark, and Spring Hills will look to throw this ball in here. So quick throw in here by Murphy. Boroondara just looking to win it back here. Murphy. Mosman comes out for a bit of that support. And now Boroondara just working it through the back here. Mosman. Short ball. finds Higuchi here. Now she's looking for someone to come forward. Vane, back to Higuchi here along the wing. Now back to Vane. Now through the middle here. What can they set up here? Long ball down the line there by Cooling and just oversprayed that ball there. And we'll get a goal kick here for Spring Hills.
Yeah, one of those, again, you got the surface, you got the size of the pitch, you got the moisture. When you try and play those long balls here at the Fen in the best of conditions, it can be a bit difficult. And just showing, well, easily forgiven, just a lot going on to deal with.
As Crisfield did a great job getting that ball there. Throws it in. Aragi comes out, saves that one there. Beautiful save there. Boroondara have another opportunity here. They have to go outside the box here. Parker. And that was a right idea. Right pass. And we'll get...
Going back to what you were saying earlier, you want to see Boroondara just have that little... Just having that little extra number up forward. It's like, okay, well, we've dove in here. We're trying to produce something. Fonte, again, trying to provide that role. But just needs to be a little bit more in communication up front.
Yeah.
Someone give a shout, or if you're focused, all right, who else is around you? Shout for your teammates and just provide that communication.
I mean, we know how important it is, you know, no matter, you know, for all sports, just that communication, where you want to set it up. Speaking of communication, this may be an opportunity here for Boroondara as Aragi comes out. Beautiful save there for Spring Hills. And again, right out here there for Boroondara, just that miscommunication there again for that final product, but it's a right idea.
Yep. And again, just you try and you try again. If things look like they're going to work, as they might do here, Savvy Ryan certainly teasing. I said earlier, when she came to the Boroondara side, she's been fantastic all season.
She has.
Very much one of those players where the Spring Hills backline, they've got to be careful of. I mean, yes, there's plenty of other options like Jennifer Fonte, Sarah Brunner, Emma Vane as well to an extent when she's playing high. It's just such a tough collection of fantastic athletes.
And when it all clicks for Boroondara, we know how tough they are to stop. So
they just play fantastic team football.
They do. And that's the one thing I love about watching Boroondara over this year. We'll go around the grounds when we can, but Savarian, Spring Hills clear that one there. Clark, bit of a 2-on-1. Higuchi down the line here. Beautiful header there by Parker. Parker with a double volley, I'm going to call it there. Spring Hills, they do clear it momentarily. Clark, play continue, and we will get a Spring Hills free kick here. Who had Cooling and Hereford on her, but Clark, she managed to. I love the way that she cleared that one out. So Clark. Excuse me, that's not Clark, that's Labno who will take it. Short kick. Aragi comes out. Labno inside the box here. Couldn't find that final product there. Higuchi with a great header there. Great work there by the Spring Hills attack here. I look to threaten, and we'll get our first corner kick here for Spring Hills. Indeed. Or maybe second.
First for the visitors, and yeah. Shout out to Olivia Anderson there. She's been teasing her way forward, trying to test that back line. They've been a little bit too cohesive for her to deal with so far. But Olivia Anderson, just a great progressive player, knows how to sneak through, knows how to create opportunities. And this could be the moment for them just to come in from the back foot and just sneak one in.
Oh, that was a great duel there. Bit of a collision there. Spring Hill's getting another opportunity. Oh, beautiful save there by Mosman. And Spring Hills will get another opportunity here.
Great final touch there from Mossman. Just going back a few minutes there to Clark. Conchad there. Bit worried for her.
I know.
Because from the looks of things, it is like, hang on, that's back. That's potential ankle as well. And it's a hard surface here at the Ven.
It is.
You go down on here, you feel it for at least a couple of days.
And that was a heavy, even just the duel, who was going to go for that ball there. But let's see what Spring Hills can take from this possession here. So inside the box here. Cleared that one there by Boroondara. Deleska. Comes Gillis. And Severian Ryan finds, that was a beautiful pass there to Fontes. And Aragi comes out to support there. Great defence there by Spring Hills there.
They chased back well. A few concerns potentially for Chelsea De Silva. She looked a bit sore after that initial challenge up there in the final third. But it's worked out well for them.
It has, for sure. It feels even at the moment. Like, both teams, they've had, I could say that it does feel even at the moment. I don't know about you, but both teams have had their moments of brilliance, for sure.
There's certainly been opportunities both ends. Possession-wise, maybe a bit more towards Boroondara, just given how they've been able to have more time on the ball. But at the end of the day, it's not how much you have or how many shots. It's what you do with them. At the end of the day, the only stat that matters is that final scoreline.
100%. Both, I think, for Spring Hills, look, as we said up the top, they've been playing some great football. They just, for the next month and a bit, as we hit the back end of the season, we'll be looking for pride. As great work there by Murphy through the middle here. Reese now. Now, Higuchi. Boroondara just working it through their front third now. And Vane, that was a great pass. Savvy Ryan now. Will she get to the ball? No, she won't. And great work there by Spring Hills again to clear that one. Quick throw in here. Parker gets past the defender, has to go out. Vane gets past that one defender there. Beautiful header there. Herfer now. Down the line here. Couldn't find that support. Severin Ryan doing a great job there. Anderson now. Great work there by Vane to pick that ball off there. Bit of a duel for the ball here. Who's going to get it? Boroondara there. You can see that Spring Hills are really pushing up and making it tough right now. As Spring Hills clear that one, and we'll get a Boroondara throw in here. So as we just enter the 35th minute at the moment of this game, Hereford tried to find Parker. And Spring Hills clear that ball there. And again, we'll get a secondary throw in here for Boroondara. So Hereford looks to go quick here. Who can she find out of this play here? Finds Parker there. Hereford inside the box here. And great save there by Aragi there. She looks to go quick here, which she does. And Vane doing a great job coming out from there. Vane will go herself here. Emma Vane, great block there. Spring Hills clear that one again, and Boroondara will get this throw in here. There's some music again, just pumping up at the moment again here at the Federal Club. Back to live action here. I wonder how the players, I'm sure they're enjoying it. They're all locked in, of course, but... So, another throw in here for Spring Hills. We'll go around the grounds when we can, because we've already had 2 games last night, and then another 4 games this afternoon. So, we'll do that as soon as we can. Boroondara just working it through. Great work there by Spring Hills. Great defence there.
Yeah, there's certainly been some big results this weekend. And thumping 6-0 victory for Essendon at Cross Keys against Melbourne Victory. It's fair to say, most of us were expecting 3 points to remain at Essendon.
Yeah.
But in such a fashion as well.
Just the way that, they've got so many... Kelly McGrody, the way that she's been playing at the moment, I've been a bit of a fangirl of her as of late. I just love the way how Kel's been playing. I'll quickly get back to my point in a moment as play continues here. Spring Hills look to clear this one here, which they do, through the middle here. And... There's great clear out there by Boroondara. Just as Spring Hills were building that momentum, Spring Hills, Boroondara came in at the right time there. So we Ryan with some great defensive efforts there. That was Fontes there. Now Boroondara will look to clear this one out from the back, which they do. Keep that ball in, Boroondara do. And that was a beautiful pass there. As Boroondara look to take this ball here. So they go quick here to Boroondara. They look to go inside the box here. Jesse's hitting the net. There we go. We've got our first goal of this game. And that was Emma Vane there.
Great ball from Vane. A very fortunate deflection in there as well. Just sent it the wrong way for Aogi. Things might look a little bit different on the stream, but when you stand inside those goals, I'm shy 6 foot. They make me look small. There's a reason why the highest levels of the game, keepers are 6'4", 6'5" nowadays, and they're stretching for the goals. Very unfortunate for Aogi. Not much you can do about that as a keeper, but you're also going to feel it as well.
Well, the way that Emma Vane had all that space around her, I love the way that she took it on, and we've got our first goal of this game by Emma Vane. Beautiful finish there. So let's see if Boroondara can build that momentum, which they did a great job last week. And Aragi, and that's another goal there for Boroondara.
Yep, Aragi certainly fuming there. Was expecting that flag to be raised, but as our assistant referee has said, through not saying anything at all very much play onside. Great ball across from Brannett into Savary Ryan, showing just how well these wingers link up. And instantly, they've gone from a relatively level contest to being 2-0 up.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, the way that Savary Ryan came through. She had that great positioning inside the box there. So Boroondara, just like that, they're up 2-0 as I think now the question for Spring Hills, as we're just under 5 minutes, or Seven Ryan now. She'll go to work to tell Seven Ryan! Arangi comes out, saves that one there. But this is what Boroondara did really well last week, where, you know, once they found that momentum, they piled those goals, and it made it really hard last week for Melbourne Victory. Well, Spring Hills, I think for them, they can't afford to concede another goal here. They've got to play some smart defence here.
Yeah, it's gone to the stage where they're relying a bit too much upon Ayana Yogi. And well, Eddie keeper, fantastic, especially Yogi, fantastic goalkeeper. I don't want to sound like I'm saying anything against her.
Yeah.
But when you're a keeper, you've got to make a commitment. You've got to make a choice.
Yeah.
And when that choice is even a fraction of a second off, it's really felt it has a tremendous impact. Same as well, it's like, well, where has the back line been? It seemed like they switched off a little bit and they're getting caught out yet again. They need to be a bit more spatially aware and to make sure.
Well, Seven Ryan had
targets.
Sorry, Seven Ryan, the way that she had all that space to herself, and for the Spring Hills backline, they want to adjust that pretty quickly, even going into the halftime sheds.
Yeah. And that will be the big conversation for Tom Markowski at the moment. And for things, they've just been perhaps a little bit dumbstruck, just almost stewing on what's just gone down.
Yeah. Well, they did all that hard work early, and it's... Yeah, I think Tom, as you said, Tom Markowski won't be pleased with those 2 goals conceded.
It's one of those things. Football can be a very cruel sport.
Yeah. You can have your good patches, and then you can have those moments where, those lapses where you'll be like, what could I have done better? What could I have done differently? So, but Boroondara will get their 3rd corner kick, I'm going to say, of this game here. Inside the box here, Aragi with a beautiful save there. And Spring Hills will clear this ball out. We'll get a Boroondara throw in here.
Very much a fingertip ball there for Aogi. A bit of a fortunate escape, that one, given that physically you can only do so much. You can only get so high. You can only do... yeah, a bit of a lucky escape there for Spring Hills, but they hold firm. They've had to drop back a bit and just get those numbers. They should be all right going to half-time. Just hold this goal difference. Regroup, go again.
Definitely. As we said, Spring Hills have had some great moments. They just need to, as they clear that ball out there, they've got to look here for the next minute and a bit, as we almost approach stoppage time.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive second 45 for Spring Hills. If they can come back and do something here, be most impressive. But what we've seen so far in this first half, they've got to make more of their chances. They haven't really had enough chances, especially when they're trying to test Mia Mosman, who are another fantastic keeper.
As we've
both
got,
keepers tonight.
Yeah,
just cracking footballs.
Yeah, but offside call there by the referee, and well, this is for Spring Hills. They've got to go quick here. Can they find a patch here? Well, that will be half-time here at the Venador Club. And for those who, just tuned in and missed those goals there, Emma Vane got the first goal of this game, and then Seven Ryan scored the second goal for Boroondara. But what did you think of that first half there?
First half, for the most part, I'll say the first 40 minutes, very balanced, lean more towards Boroondara. Maybe not so much to say 60-40, more 55-45 split-wise. Spring Hills, good few opportunities. Wasn't able to do too much with them, just given positioning, given what they had to deal with. Overall, the scoreline is perhaps a little bit generous here.
Yeah, we'll see what can Spring Hills do out of the halftime break. We're about to find out, but it's halftime. Boroondara 2, Spring Hills 0. All right. Yes, welcome back here to the Venerable Club, round 22 of the Senol NPLW. And at the moment, it's Boroondara with a 2-0 lead over Spring Hills at the moment. And Will is alongside me and should be hopefully an entertaining second half.
I mean, if they play like they did in the last 5 minutes of the first half, Boroondara will be absolutely in bliss. Spring Hills, a lot of work to do. It certainly would have been interesting last 10, 15 minutes for Tom Markowski and just getting the plans out. Like, okay, right, that's what we've got to do. Let's get it done. Overall, again, as said, just going to half-time, scoreline was perhaps a bit generous, but Boroondara took the opportunities. They built well all evening. It should be a strong second half display for themselves.
We'll keep an eye on any substitutions for this game as well. And we'll bring you up to speed, if any. But we are just about to get underway here. Spring Hills kicking from left to right as we are underway here at the Venerable Club. And let's see what Spring Hills can bring here as Deloska tried to chase that ball, but Mia Mossman down the line here. Great work there by Sarah Bruner. Boroondara will get a throw in here. So, throw in here there by Reese. Great work there by Bruner. And great defence there by Spring Hills, and they will get their throw in there. Parker now. Just working it through at the moment. Higuchi to Bruner. Now to Reese. Tried to contest that one there. And here comes Spring Hills. Bit of a volley there for both teams here. Higuchi just working it through along the wing here on the right side of the pitch. Spring Hills, great job. See where they go here. Spring Hills. Just both teams just finding their feet here to start this second half.
They just showed the finals options up for Roisin Murphy. While Murphy, a very, very pacey footballer, don't get me wrong, not quite pacey enough for those couple of those balls. A bit optimistic, but it's like, well, the NPL, we see it time and time again. Too many teams just default to the long balls. And if it's not working the first time, it's not going to work the second time. We just need some fresh ideas and just try something different. And when you have to default to that, that's where it gets a bit concerning.
Yeah, I think as Parker just dueling that one, and will be a Spring Hills free kick here. And it's all about, it's as I always say, if plan A doesn't work, what's your plan B? What's your plan C? You've got to. So Spring Hill's doing a great job winning that ball back there. So Aragi goes across to the left side of the pitch here. So long ball down the line there. So we'll get a Spring Hills throw in here. We'll keep you up to speed with some other results. As you said, Willem, Essendon getting the job done, 6-0 over Melbourne victory.
Oh, we had 2-0 victory for Bentley.
Yes.
It's certainly nice to see Bentley getting a few points there. They've been struggling all season to get those points, and when they've finally come together in the second half of the year, I mean, it was going to be a big ask, but they're getting the results, getting the recognition they deserve, and it's nice to see just a fantastic group of ladies have a bit of joy this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember their very first win not too long ago, and that was awesome to call, actually. And just one more update, Bulleen getting the job done 2-1 over South Melbourne. So that was Bulleen after a couple of weeks, you could say. Well deserved 3 points.
Yeah, they're top side. Bulleen always have been. It's fair to say, always will be a top side.
They will,
especially as long as they've got the likes of Caitlin Friends, who's been fantastic leader both as a player and now as gaffer for Bulleen. Done an absolute tremendous world of good for this club here at Bulleen. Of course, then very much notably, as in case no one's picked up home, their home ground.
Their home.
Just one or two signs up about it.
I know the Venador Club. I know different code, but Venador Club's always brought a lot of memories in terms of basketball, but it is such a great venue. As Vane, great little jewel there. Vane, play continues there. Great work there by Clark. Clark goes across to Labno. Patient ball now. Here.
Yeah, Lubno has to be careful of Fonte there. Loves playing that high line. And as I said in the first half, is not afraid just to get their claws into their things.
Even in that sort of transition and play, you could see that Lubno, she was, looking for that support. She was like, come with me. I need some help.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as fantastic as a footballer as Aubrey Lubno is, she's been isolated tonight.
She has.
And she really needs that support. So
almost a one-dimensional,
yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word to use, but one-dimensional for Spring Hills.
They've been perhaps over-reliant upon her, as well as Aragi to finish things off. Yes, you have the best defender in the world, you can have the best keeper in the world. It's still a team sport. You're still going to deal with 11 other players.
Yeah.
And 2 into 11 just don't add up.
Yeah. No, definitely well put. There's Spring Hills will look to throw this one in. Look to go quick here. Which they do, and that was... Here comes an opportunity. Great block there. Here comes another opportunity, and Musman coming out from the right side of the post then gives that support. Musman's going to go down the line here. Spring Hill was with the numbers early in that passage of play, but it will be a Boroondara throw-in.
Shout out to Olivia Anderson there. Fantastic playmaker. You can't give her any liberties. And she's very unfortunate not to make it look even more dangerous than Mossman there.
Yeah, feels like throughout the year, Mossman's been growing. I feel like a broken record. I know her family gives, a lot of positive feedback to me when I've done Mia's games, but I just love how she's not going to die wandering. She's going to go for those balls. She's going to go for that ball.
The Mossman family, just a lovely footballing family.
Yeah, big shout out to
so
them.
friendly as well. No doubt many of us would have seen them, probably even thrown them at points.
Funny thing, I did see the pups around last week, which was really, her family getting around her last week. So great to see, and that's what you want here in the Senol NPLW. So Spring Hills. And can I say, I can't believe we're, a month left before finals start. It's crazy how time flies when you're having fun, as they always say.
And that's the only downside about the NPL.
That's true.
It's seemingly over as soon as it starts. And don't we miss it?
I mean, look, I think, even this top 6 race, this is what you want. You want it to go down to the wire. As we said, between Boroondara and Alamein, they're battling it out at the moment. But even for those, second onwards, it's going to be intriguing to see who's going to fight for it right now. But I am excited, don't get me wrong.
And very much so. And, of course, with their victory last night, Boxall confirmed that they will be competing in this year's post-season tournaments. 50 points already with a month to go. I mean, yes, we now got 26 games, but still, what a feat.
Savvy run! Goes for the goal, but it will be an offside call. Gee, that play looks incredible. I was going to call it play of the day if we had such thing there for Boroondara, but the offside flag has gone up.
Savvy Ryan, I mean, as much as we've praised Priya tonight, and she deserves all the praise in the world.
She does.
Perhaps one of the few things you can say against her is, at times she can be just a bit quick for her own good.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, if you've got someone with her capabilities, you may as well always keep pushing forward, because things happen.
Yeah, I think in that passage of play there, just going towards the box a little bit too early there. But Spring Hills just looking outside the box here. Mosman coming out. Play continues here. Opportunity now, and Mosman with the beautiful hands. And this is what I was talking about. The home fans absolutely loved that one. Mosman goes down the line here. Spring Hills, great work there by Bruno. And it'll be a Boroondara throw in here. Reese to throw this ball here. Hereford sorry, that was Bruno there, trying to keep that ball and couldn't quite. And that was a quick ball there by De Silva there. Play continues. Parker, who Liberto on her. Labno now. Goes short ball. Labno try to going herself along the wing here. Now entering the front third here. Could this be an opportunity now for Spring Hills? And just short there on that left side of the post.
It was a good looking ball.
It was.
Yeah, Olivia Anderson's been very unfortunate not to have something more to her name tonight. Not without effort. She just hasn't been meant to be tonight. But yeah.
Just someone to link up. Someone to link up with. She needed someone to help her out there. Has another opportunity now for Spring Hills. Outside the box here. And just over the crossbar, Mia Mossman with the beautiful save.
That was a well-timed finger there for Mossman.
How about the vertical jump on that to save that shot?
It's fair to say they've been being put through a few athletic tests.
Yes.
Very springy.
Just, if anyone knows the place Bounce, I miss it as a kid, but absolutely got the vertical jump. You've got to love the athleticism that we've got in this league here, as Gillies will take this ball here. Here's an opportunity then. There we go for Spring Hills. They've got there first.
That was exceptionally well deserved there. And just the final touch off for Natasha Dakic. I mean, she's shown her quality for years when she was at Calls United. Prior to them dropping out of the division and into our memories. But just perfect touch. Gotta feel sorry for Mia to a point. Keepers, get a touch. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with just contact with your fingers, it's very difficult to have control when you're just having to stretch out and hope for the best. One of them is like, well, you got to feel it. You probably want to take a bit of responsibility, because that's what we do as humans. We always look for something to blame, whether right or wrong.
Well, Dakic had amazing position there. And she's probably like, I need to take this kick. And there we go. There's the first score for Spring Hills. As Vane looks to clear this here. Serving Ryan now. Great work there by Parker to get that ball there. And it'll be a Spring Hills throw in here.
Speaking of Spring Hills, it looks like we might be having our first shoots. A few movements up in their technical area. One to keep an eye out for the next few minutes or so. Certainly look like our forfeit could use a few papers just to help warm up a bit and just have something more to do there.
Well, here comes another opportunity now for Spring Hills, but great work there. I believe that was Higuchi there. Couldn't see that one, but play continues there.
Indeed, yep. Japanese national Kaneko Higuchi just having to swap in a bit. It's like, well, Higuchi, she's got the pace when she needs to. She's got those bursts, and you just got to put your best foot forward. In this case, for Boroondara, more often than not, it is Kaneko Higuchi.
Yeah, we know how good she can be, and bit of a duel happening there, and it'll be a Boroondara free kick. As we just passed the 60th minute of this game here. Hopefully everyone's enjoying the coverage wherever you're watching here in Melbourne or around the globe.
We certainly do have a tremendous global audience, and especially with so many visa players, particularly from the States. I mean, tonight's not necessarily the most friendly time. A lot of 3 o'clock games, great for so many of the Americans in our footballing community, and constantly just here, support of thanks, just love people have what we have here. We are truly blessed, and it's a cliche for a reason, but we are truly blessed to have what we have here in Victoria, and the support behind football media from our federation.
I mean, even in just like from my first year following the league, I just love the talent that's come through this year, and even the young talent, the young domestic talent that we've got here coming through the pathway. It's phenomenal. We'll talk a bit about that once we get more of a chance, but ball up in the air there as Boroondara just work it through outside of the box here. Shot on target there, beautiful save there by Aragi there.
Tasty looking ball there from Brunner.
Yeah,
certainly, while she's very comfortable being out on the wing and being the playmaker, when she shoots, it is something special.
It is. Bit of a chef's kiss on that one, actually, too. So, Higuchi to Reese. So, back to Higuchi now. Excuse me. It is on that time there. Boroondara just looking to clear this one out from the middle. So, Higuchi on the ball there. Goes across. Long ball down the line inside the front third now. And great challenge there. By Clark that time there. Here comes Spring Hills looking to drive it forward into their front third. Great work there by Bridie Cooling to stop that run of flow there that Spring Hills were going to build up there.
And yeah, another one of those players from Boroondara who were in that Bayside setup back in the day. Fantastic player, didn't always get the recognition they deserve, but since they've made the move, it's like they've just been fantastic. Of course, last year as well was South Melbourne. Just a great footballer getting their time in the limelight.
Yeah, definitely well said there. Spring Hills just working it through outside the box here. Okay, great work there by Brady Cooling. As Spring Hill... Oh, it will be a Boroondara throw-in there. So they look to go quick here. Great ball there by Liberto there. Just weaving through defence there, and just goes across on the right side there.
And so there's that feeling of belief now, Spring Hills. After those consecutive goals in such quick succession, yeah, it's always going to provide that dampener. But they've had their goal, they've finally got something from tonight's game, and also they've got that energy.
Yeah.
It's back on those early contests in the first half, so okay, in forward looking good. Might not have been as often, but they were showing promise.
Well, we do say how the Spring Hill's going to come out of that halftime break, and they've done a great job in this, you could say, middle stages of the second half. And I think for them, for Spring Hills, can they continue to build that momentum? And for Boroondara, can they... yes, they're up 2-1, but they've got to build that momentum back in their favour. So Fontes working it through there. Vane. Great ball there by Higuchi, working along the wing there. Beautiful ball there, and here come Boroondara. Vane. You could see the speed that Boroondara love to use when they're in that front third.
Yeah. Might want to have been perhaps just a little bit late with that ball from Vane, and just help allow Brant to get into the area and provide that space. Great idea, just perhaps a little bit quick on that one, which is not often you hear that. It's usually, great idea, just a little bit late.
Just slow the tempo down, but let's build it up. Let's build this play up here. I do like that point that you made, actually. As Spring Hills, they're doing a great job to lock it in here. They just got to lock down even more. Higuchi finds Parker. Parker! Great work to deflect that ball, and it'll be a corner kick for Boroondara.
Yeah, great bit of build-up here from Boroondara. And while they've been perhaps a little bit quiet this half, if they just get out and go a bit more and just, all right, well, let's try and fill that gap again, a third goal wouldn't necessarily go amiss for them.
Well, it's a matter of, they don't really have to rush anything at this point. As the short ball there, Samuel Ryan inside the box here, just inside, just goes over the top. That ball there, right idea, just that pass overzealous there.
Again, it's one of those things, it's a small pitch. And while Boroondara do play a lot of their football here at the Ven, and perhaps should be a bit more in tune with facilities here, you can be forgiven.
Yeah.
It's easy to feel just sucked into things.
Yeah, we know. Well, play continues there. We know how awesome of a pitch the Vanadol Club is. Mosman comes out to help out here for the Eagles. And we've got a bit of quiet here.
Yeah, it seems like...
Oh, I'm going to get back to this point. It's Samuel Ryan. Parker, she's there for support there. Parker.
It might have been a little bit of a tug of a shirt there as well.
Yeah.
But great way just to play on, just carry on with
Vane!
things.
Sorry to jump in there. But yeah, Parker was in great positioning there. And I love the way how Vane came out to support there. As great ball there by Doloska. Loving the duel here, the last passages of play by both teams. And again, I know people listening on the live stream are trying to figure out all the music in the background, but hopefully you're enjoying the coverage
Allegedly, it's not too bad, but
Yeah.
it has been spiking here and there.
Even before the game. Vane. I've been impressed with Emma Vane tonight. I know the last couple of weeks she had those moments where she had a tough patch, you could say, but I'm loving the way that she's found her confidence.
On her day, fantastic player, but she's also a human being.
Yeah,
we
she
always
is.
have ups and downs, and some people take things harder than they perhaps need to. Some people take it a bit harder than they should do.
Yeah. And I love watching Emma, the way that she's built up throughout the season. So let's see what the Spring Heels can do here. That was a great ball there by Dakic there. Parker getting around Dakic there. Parker threading the ball there to Bruno. Great work there.
Fantastic defending there from Aubrey Labneau.
Yes.
And again, praise for Aubrey Labneau. Fantastic footballer.
It was.
And for myself, very much one of those players of the season. Deserved all the praise in the world. I'm just getting through into that substitution as well for the visitors. We do have number 42, Chanita Crook coming on, plus number 11, Olivia Anderson.
I like this switch up here for Spring Heels. Just trying to inject some fresh legs here.
When we are at that critical phase of the game, you just got to be careful. It can easily go astray. Friend Tucson in the
Here's
first
an
half.
opportunity. Sorry to cut you off there.
First half, if friend let go that way, it's like, well, perhaps might have been 45 minutes, a bit early there. But Spring Hills, they are very much in this contest. They're hot on Boroondara's heels. Just need to be careful.
Great work there by Deloska. Then they'll win this free kick here.
Loved a bit of refereeing there from our lead referee, Lauren Wright. Tried to play the advantage, just didn't see it happening. It's like, yep, play it back. And as well as praise for Mia Deskolovska.
Yep.
Challenge came in. It wasn't exactly all tickety-boo, but kept on the feet and just wanted to play through.
I love the refereeing there. She's like, yep, that's okay. We'll take this ball back here. That's great officiating right there.
A Lauren White game is usually a really enjoyable game to watch. And more often than not, when you hear that referees talked about, it's always in a negative context. Because that's how we are as football fans. We are our own worst enemies.
Yeah.
But the refereeing we get in this division quite often, fantastic referees. Lauren White very much up there, just calls a good game.
Yeah, definitely nailed on the head there. As Sammy Ryan trying to find some support here, and Spring Hills go all the way back to Aragi there. As they look to go through the middle here, do Spring Hills. As great defensive pressure there by Bridie Cooling.
Yeah.
Great work there by
a bit of a high line there for
Shantae.
Cooling.
Yeah.
She has been capable, she has played in the midfield throughout her career here in the NPL. But it's still a bit surprising when she does advance. Like, it's good to have those rotation options, like, get them wrong. It's just moments like, well, she's got to step back a bit. It's like, no, easy to forget just how positionally flexible players can be. When you were so used to seeing them week in, week out, covering those same areas, doing the same job again and again and again.
Yeah, it's like the second, third and fourth effort she gets as Aragi comes out, helps out with Spring Hills defensively. They'll go quick here. As Higuchi, great work to get that ball off there. Parker. Probably saying my bad there. I could have got that ball there, but wouldn't be too upset there. As Reese looks to throw that ball here. Reese now. Just working it through, assessing her options here. Here comes an opportunity now. Oh, it just goes. Hits the right post.
That would have been stiff competition for goal of the week.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there for Fonte, the curve was just a bit too great for her.
I think for Fontes, I'd keep going for that. she'd be disappointed with... How did that not go through the net? I don't know, but... Gee,
I'm sure
that
a
would have been...
mathematician would have an answer. Unfortunately, I barely scraped past physics. And even that was an old VCE pass back in the day. God. I could do the theory, I could never do the maths.
Pythagoras or something. Let's not start on that, I'd say.
Yeah. Leave those school years in the past.
As Clark, that was a beautiful ball there to Gillis there. Murphy on the ball here, having to go all the way back now to Spring Hills, and they will get this throw in here. As we just enter the 73rd and a half in this game here, as great defensive pressure there by Boroondara. Vane goes across to Reese. Now Reese tried to find Bruna, which Bruna she'll work it through. Reese goes outside the box there. Couple of numbers around for Spring Hills. Higuchi now.
That work rate from Brunner, though, I mean, reminds me, going back to the Terminator franchise, the old TX.
Well, here
and
comes...
just the pace.
Oh, I got excited there, sorry. Parker looks like she was going to take that ball. But back to your point really quickly there.
That was a firm challenge there from Lubno.
Yeah, she came in. That was, I don't mind that. She just came in.
Yeah.
Whether the timing a little bit late, but play continues on there.
It could just be one of those things where, for ourselves, our own angle makes it look worse than it is. And that's something any photographer will know. You can do a lot with an angle.
Oh, Aragi with the beautiful save there. As Boroondara looks to threaten there. Beautiful work there by Higuchi there. Ball just goes past Rees, but you could feel the momentum slowly feeling in Boroondara's way a little bit. Would you say that? Or do you feel like Spring Hills are doing a great job too?
They're trying to build up Boroondara, but Spring Hills have found their groove. I just can't say Spring Hills getting anything in terms of points tonight. Just things stand. I mean, yes, they've got their goal, but they haven't really looked like they're going to freshen beyond that. So they're just a little bit conservative, but things are working for them, and maybe just, well, come down, hope and a prayer.
Well, here comes another opportunity now, and just goes across the right post there, and we'll see some substitutions here for Spring Hills.
Got Margot Clark coming off. I mean, fantastic player, deserves the rest. We're unfortunate not to create something to our own name tonight.
Yeah, she's had a great influential tonight, and
alongside her, we have Isabella Arredondo coming on for Spring Hills. And just the soul's change in the end looks well deceptive, but yeah, just you've got bodies in the way, getting ready to make those adjustments.
yeah, you could see Tom Minkowski willing to bring those changes in, and as
Cosby very much, he knows top flight football down to a T.
he
Of course,
does.
he had his playing career at Altona Magic back in the day. Just great footballer, great coach, knows their stuff inside and out.
Yeah, Maya doing a great job for Bulleen as well. You could say there as well as Gillis.
Yes, the Mike Cosby family in general.
They're amazing. I will give credit.
With all, especially speaking like my perspective, all your cousins, all your uncles. The Markowski name in football Victoria is massive.
It
And
sure
in fact,
is.
it's just one big, tremendous family. There's a lot of wonderful things in the blood of the Markowski clan, that's for sure.
Yeah, you definitely nailed on the head then. Big shout out to Maya as well, doing a great job on the live stream, and it will be a bit happening off the ball that time there, but it'll be a Spring Hills free kick here, and we will see some more substitutions for Boroondara as as Emily Lewis comes onto the pitch.
Now, Emily Lewis, one of those young footballers we've sort of teased, certainly getting the minutes she deserves at the moment. Very, very young, lots of potential. Now, for those that, I suppose, got the Commonwealth Games on at the moment, one name I think a fair few of us will remember is the great Tamsin Lewis, being her aunt. Of course, she also has her grandfather, Greg Lewis, another extremely accomplished Australian athletics athlete.
Yeah.
And just, we've got to see this pace. There is so much athleticism in the Lewis family.
Yeah, just one thing with Em as well, she came through the Boroondara under-23 squad as well. So I love watching Em and her flair that she brought, especially as that was a beautiful ball there. As Aragi comes out to support that.
Tremendous young talent, and it's going to go on and do some amazing things in the next few years as she starts coming to her own, not just as an athlete, but as a human being.
I mean, I was lucky enough to cover that game against Preston. I love the energy she brought that night as Boroondara just working it through at the moment. But, yeah, when Em came into that starting 11 against Preston, the way that she created those opportunities, the way that she, you know, I mean, at 17 years of age, she's got so much potential, as you said.
And the fact that they've very much got their head on their shoulders, they know what they're doing. Thinking back to when I was that age, it's like,
wow.
I mean, I wouldn't have been able to fathom just what they're able to do at the same age. And it's just, you know they're going to do tremendous things because they've got right people behind them, right support network. They're developing really well. On top of that as well, they know what they're doing. It's all in their head, and they're so switched on.
Yeah, definitely well said there. And the scary thing is, like, you know, what she decides to do next, like, onto bigger and better things. I'm hoping she does.
Well, we've had a lot of talk, and rightly so, about Alexis Panasopoulos over the last 2 seasons. Same age between them. Emily Lewis, very much that same milestone in her playing career. Breaking through, just trying to make a place. Maybe perhaps a season or two behind. But still, opportunities. They're going to grow so highly. And next season, what they're able to do in the following campaign will be a big test, but also to show their true potential.
Yeah, I think that's... I'll get back to my point in a moment as Spring Hills look to attack. They're happening off the ball. Play continues and we'll get a corner kick here for Spring Hills. But I think not just like for M, but even across the league, you know, we see, you know, all these players get such amazing opportunities and, you know, whatever they decide, hopefully, you know, not just coming up to seniors, but, you know, down the stretch, maybe A-League women's or men's even as well. And this is what we want in our own backyard is that talent, you know, building through the pathways.
Unfortunately, Australia's track record of youth development isn't always the best. It's something we've let ourselves down in quite a fair bit at such a difficult thing. The chances of the people making it big in football is astronomically small. But those that do come through, I mean, we've seen the likes of, say, Tiffany Eliadis of our own generation, Ellie, and just what they managed to do as a teenager, playing through to today, and they've still got years ahead of their career, and they still haven't hit their peak.
Yeah, definitely well said. There's Spring Hills look to threaten then. Great work there by Boroondara to disrupt the play there. Bit of a volley happening here. Just figuring it out there. Murphy tried to get that ball through. They have to go. Spring Hills having to go all the way back here. De Silva, sorry, my apologies there. So as we just under 8 minutes left here in regulation. Again, plenty of time for Spring Hills to get this equaliser, but right now, Boroondara are doing a great job to lock this ball defensively.
And in that corner sequence, it almost like for a moment was like, oh, hang on, Boroondara are shooting themselves in the foot here. They've switched off a little bit. So they are going to have to be careful. Spring Hills might come in here and change on the horizon as well, the looks of things. It might just be that little extra something that Spring Hills needs just to get that point and turn what has been a great first half for Boroondara into a bit of a nightmare.
So, Boroondara just clearing this ball here. Bit of a volley there for Spring Hills. Be a free kick there to Boroondara. Emma Vane just putting a body on the line, and we'll get some more substitutions here for Spring Hills. I believe Liberto's coming off.
Yep. Indeed, it is Bianca Liberto who's come off themselves. Otherwise, she's replaced by now Kawasaki. So, interesting adjustments. It's fair to say Liberto has had a great game, worked hard. It's hard to say where they probably could have done more, just because of how the players progressed and how the game has naturally evolved. But they should be happy with what they've done tonight, and just hopefully it'll be enough for them, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, with not long to go in this game, Spring Hill's just looking, for that final, not only fresh legs, but see if they can take some more risks here in regulation time. This doesn't look good here for Spring Hills, actually. So we'll get a bit of a stoppage in play.
That certainly will prove a chance for Boroondara to have a quick team talk, regather their thoughts and say, all right, this is what we need to do. And they'll know time's on their side. But at the same time, they need to be careful. And they've perhaps had a little bit too much risk for their own good in particular moments in the second half. Been very unfortunate not to be back with a 2-goal cushion, given their efforts, particularly from Jennifer Fonte, who's had ball after ball and somehow hasn't been able to beat Ogie, who's been, in their own right, fantastic night for Ogie. A few things maybe a little bit fortunate, just the way the ball's progressed, the way it's curved away.
But other than that,
fight. That's to fight a lot for tonight.
Yeah, definitely well praised. Well praised is there. So we'll just quickly go around the ground really quickly. Full time between Heidelberg and Avondale. And Avondale getting the job done 4-0 in that game there. And then, as we said earlier, Bentling Green's getting another win on the board, getting the job done over Melbourne City, 2-0. And Bulleen getting the victory over South Melbourne, 2-1. Oh, and Essendon getting the job done earlier, 6-0.
It's not too often we see scorelines like we saw this afternoon at Cross Keys. But when it does happen, all you can do is just look at them and just be in sheer awe.
Well, keep in mind as well the Night Cup final next week between Heidelberg and Essendon, which that's going to be an intriguing game. I'm looking forward to that game.
It's always a big occasion, Cup football. It's going to be a very big test for Heidelberg, who this season it hasn't really felt like themselves. I just struggled all year to put my finger on what's gone wrong for Heidelberg, because they've got a capable squad, they've got pretty good coaching staff. They know what they're talking about. They know how to get things going.
It just hasn't clicked.
Yes, nothing seems to go right in the big picture for them. And at times, I've been worried for them. Thought, hang on, this might be a little bit sour, but their season's balanced out, and they've had a great cup run. They deserve the success.
So we'll see what. Hopefully, all we want is a good game.
100%
next week.
But so it can't help but fear that Essendon playing the way they have, and the fact that they've been able to dominate sides that have performed even better than Heidelberg this season. It's going to be a big ask for the Burgers, but at the same as well, Heidelberg in the semi-final caught South Melbourne off guard, who were the more controlling side. But end of the day, the win is all that matters.
Definitely.
And if they can do it in the final, well, it'll be a win that's very much deserved for either side.
Well, I'm just having a look really quickly, actually. Actually, I'll get back to that in a moment as Rees threads the ball there to Bruna. Bruna outside the box. Now she goes inside the box here. Bruna, beautiful save there by Ragi. And again, we know, I love the run that Sarah took there. As Boroondara win back possession here. Great work there by Emma Vane there.
Yeah, going back run she's been able to make all fixture. She's one of those players where she's got exceptional penetrating ability, but angles have not been her friend tonight.
It's almost like as soon as it's like see ball, get ball, and then those options have been stopped as...
End of the day, she's done her job and she's done it fantastically.
She has big praises to her again.
Yeah. I'm sure in theory you can always say, oh, there's always more, but it's like, well, as we do have confirmation from the full official of 2 additional minutes.
So let's see if Spring they're gonna have to take some risks here. Actually, we've got some substitutions here for Boroondara. So I believe Seven Ryan comes off.
Certainly a substantial call, but given the depth that Lukavara has at his disposal for his side, bring on Elise Cook, again, another one of those players on the younger side, who's had a little bit more experience than some of her teammates, but, well, very, very capable. Seven Ryan deserves the rest, has had a fantastic shift tonight.
She has.
I can go home, if not happy, at least content. I know it's always a big ask for athletes when you're in such a competitive field. It's hard to feel like you've done enough.
I feel like tonight she's done prized and
then some.
Yeah. Bit of a short ball there for Boroondara.
That was unconventional. But
bit of a surprise, but
I think like Boroondara, they love that little bit of flair.
They do. And that's what I love about watching this team play. Even watching Spring Hills tonight, I don't know about you as well, but the way that Spring Hills have brought, they've been competitive, and that's all you want to see.
Very competitive, perhaps a little bit conservative at times, but at the end of the day, you've got to be in control to be taking those risks. And perhaps a little bit more confidence wouldn't go amiss for a few of their players. But those that do have it, like Alex Sinclair's, like Aubrey Labno's, Amy Margot Clark's, Olivia Anderson's, who do have that capability, do have that confidence, maybe a little bit more extra freedom wouldn't necessarily go amiss. Especially at this stage of the season where they've got nothing really to be playing for. They just spend that last few months, or that last few weeks, I should say, until magical round 26 where we all get together and cry that the season's over.
Yeah, as we said, they can cause spoilers for sure, and then last few matches of the season as Vane weaves through two defenders there, resets, goes towards the corner, bit of a duel happening there, and we'll get a throw in here for Boroondara.
Yeah, clever bit of defending there, and Ari Dondo, do believe there was the final touch, just well timed.
Well, we'll get a corner kick here for Boroondara, but this is a big game in a couple weeks' time. So on the 8th of August, Alamein and Boroondara will play at Dorothy Laver West Reserve. That is going to be... Actually, I'll get back to my point in one moment as we hit full time here at the Venador Club, and Boroondara getting the 3 points tonight.
In the end, Spring Hills perhaps a bit unfortunate not to get the draw. They've played well, very much going through halves. Boroondara probably should have had at least a third to their name. Especially the balls are getting forward. They were challenging Oregon Knights, who just had a fantastic game. Perhaps first half, left alone a bit too much, didn't have enough support. But at the end of the day, Boroondara done enough. They should be happy with things. Spring Hills, I would be too upset if I was Tom Mofkowski in the way as I performed. They played well. Boroondara is a big ask. They are a very cohesive team and they're hard to break down.
They are. Well, I think even, coming into the second half, we thought, how are Spring Hills going to come back? And I've loved the efforts in the second half there. But before we sign off, I was just mentioning about the next lot of fixtures. So on the 8th of August, Alamein will take on Boroondara. That is going to be a massive clash.
That more than likely will determine who's going to be in the top 6.
Yeah.
So very much one for your calendars, ladies and gents, and just keep an eye on that if you can't get there in person.
And then Spring Hills will take on Melbourne Victory on the 9th of August at the home of the Matildas. So, look, I think for the next sort of fixtures, even that game for Spring Hills in the next couple of weeks, that's going to be an intriguing game.
I mean, every game from here on is going to have something if it's not so much teams playing for something, it's just to provide and throw that metaphorical spanner in the works.
Yeah.
And that's what Spring Hills was trying to do tonight, just shut that spanner in and just hope for a little bit of chaos. But otherwise, I mean, it's been a good competitive game. And yeah, next few weeks is going to be some real interesting challenges for both these sides as we get to that magical number 26. But it's fair to say for tonight, that is about all we've got time for.
Yeah, we're going to sign off here. Hopefully, wherever you're watching, you enjoyed the live stream tonight. And definitely keep tuning into the rest of the Senol NPLW season. But full time here at the Veneral Club, Boroondara 2, Spring Hills 1.
Cheerio.